welcome back everybody to Let's Play some Final Fantasy XIV. We're going to take a little break, because we all need a little bit of time to recover from that incident. Yeah. So we're going to do this quest right here, which unlocks our next optional dungeon. And like the Darkhold before it, there's actually a Grand Company quest for this as well in Ul'dah, which I'm going to pick up right now. But thankfully this time I don't have to turn in 80,000 seals in order to unlock it. So back at the Hall of Flames here, I do actually have to apply for a promotion real quick. This is obviously after I've completed the last one. The last dungeon we did is what unlocks this next rank. Hooray! And it's like the same cutscene as before. Hey, hello, Mr. Swift again. What's going on? Alright. So, to Ishgard we go. Again. Okay, so thankfully the entrance is literally right here next to the exit from Mardona, and forgive me if you can hear any tumbling around in the background. My kitty is deciding to really misbehave today, and she's desperate to try to get my attention. Okay, so let's open the dungeon and now activate the Grand Company quest. Okay, so that be done. Let us queue up then. Alrighty, as my cat jumps on my keyboard in the loading interim. Alright, so now we have Aurum Vale, which is quite a different looking dungeon than we've seen, and quite a difference from the environment outside. Why this place is like swampy Arizona rainforest, I have absolutely no idea. At one point, this was like one of the most hated dungeons in the game, but if you got a party that knows what you're doing, it's actually not that bad. It's more the bosses that give people trouble than anything else. And these little piles actually give you like a poison effect, so don't stand in those at all. No bueno. And I keep forgetting I don't have a certain skill, so I need to go heal my tank. Hooray! Now the first room here is absolutely full of trash. The boss room is actually, like right here, believe it or not. So obviously I get a ton of this to cut out. None of it's like anything spectacular or anything. Okay, so yeah, already at the first boss. Totally awesome. Now this is another one of those bosses with a lovely gimmick, because those are totally awesome. Will you actually put the skill in my tank? Thank you. And that involves these little fruit here. Every once in a while, this boss will do this room-wide AoE that gives us this debuff here, and it will continuously stack. It's kind of like another poison effect kind of thing, and the only way to get rid of it is to eat the fruit. But you don't want to sit there and eat fruit after every stack, because it does take a little while to grow back. There's a finite number in here, so people generally wait till 2 or 3 stacks before they end up eating the fruit. Which makes my job a little bit more interesting because everyone's constantly taking damage from this. And now I'm gonna run my butt over here to eat my fruit. And yay, I'm cured. Totally awesome. And that's pretty much it. Pretty easy otherwise. If you don't manage your stacks and eat the fruit, this debuff can very easily kill you, speaking from experience. See, we've already eaten at least 1 if not 2 fruit each, and now only we're getting more of them appearing. Usually everybody camps by 1, so you don't have the problem of, oh crap, somebody ate my fruit. Because that used to happen. Hooray! That was rather easy. And I might not want to stand in that stuff while I'm rehealing my tank. Might be a good idea. I keep forgetting I don't have access to my mouse right now. So I'm like, why won't it click the loot list? Oh, that's why, you dummy. So these little Morbol fruits here, when you get too close and piss them off, they start to germinate and they become these little seedlings, if they're allowed to fully hatch. But they're worth a lot of experience, so it becomes a matter of, do you want to just kill them quickly and not deal with it, or do you want a ton of experience? You can see we have our good friend the Morbols in the back there. Yeah, that's kind of the running theme in this place. Like, everything poisons you. Everything. Even the ground. That Morbol is like laughing at me. He's like, ha 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 ha! Well, joke's on you. I'm sorry, that was really lame. But they're actually, you can see, if you compare my compass to where we need to go, there's a bunch of vines blocking it, because these Morbols are like the keepers here. And until you defeat them, and why was I not in cleric stance that whole time? Ugh, I hate when I do that. You need to defeat them in order for this path to unlock. Hooray! And we have a little minion here. So cute. Now this one's like another big room, so thankfully not as big as the other one, meaning there's skippable trash in here. Such awesome. So here we have our second boss, the coin counter, who is probably responsible for more wipes in any dungeon. Because he's also got some tricks up his sleeve that can easily catch people unawares. Then he likes to use his little club to whack people. And there are certain ones that really hurt. Also, he shoots laser beams from his eyes. Which also hurt, and I think they paralyze you too. So he's got one little swipe that just does immediately right in front of him. Every once in a while, he'll decide he might want to attack another target. Actually, it's electrocution, not paralysis. And if you're caught in his sights, he's gonna fire at you. Which you do not want. Surprised he hasn't done his other one yet. He's also got a club attack that swings all the way around him, and the range is pretty decent. Which will also catch you anywhere. There we go, right there. And it, like, knocks you back a ton, too. Yeah. Okay, that one does paralyze. Okay, it's the other one that just causes a debuff. So I wasn't wrong. So yeah, people used to wipe on this guy a lot. And I mean a lot. Trust me, I was one of those people. I think I ran out the timer 3 times in this place when I first started playing before I actually cleared it. And that was actually not uncommon for the time. Oh no, Celine! She got hit by that, but that's okay. Easy to resummon her. Yeah, see, that move does seriously a lot of your health if you get hit by it. But once you know his tells and the name of the moves, it's not really that hard at all. And I'm getting no loot for me today. That tank line of sight to me. Don't do that, bro. So yeah, wise idea to pull some of these back, because you don't want that many mobs on you at once. And here we do the second one. There's still another mob floating around in that room. That's pretty much the theme of this dungeon is, big rooms with lots of monsters. And Morbols. But I find it interesting that this part right here, doesn't really have that whole swampy, rainforesty kind of thing. It seems like a generic inside of a cave, but it's gonna go back to, I'm gonna hide from this guy. It's gonna go right back to that whole, Morbols swamp area. So I don't really get it. It's like there's this random cave inside the cave that already houses a swamp. It's really odd. Furthermore, what a swampy mire is actually doing in the middle of a land that is currently, you know, in the middle of a nuclear winter, that I don't understand, and I don't think that's ever explained. I mean, it's an interesting environment for a dungeon, but this is the kind of thing like I would expect to see like behind Brayflox's house. Yeah, you can see on the map, this dungeon is just one long narrow hallway with a bunch of just a bunch of big rooms that house most of the trash. And thankfully some of it is skippable, which means it can be a rather quick dungeon. Which is good. Because unlike the last dungeon we had, which was so stinking long, and like almost none of that trash is skippable, it's really annoying. So this is a welcome change. Even if at one point this dungeon was the bane of mine and everyone else's existence. And it was. At launch, like, this was the hardest dungeon in the game, by far. But they made a few slight nerfs to make it a little bit easier. Or rather, more fair, I guess I should say. And we got more little fruit over here. So much fun. So here in this lovely room, we actually have two Morbols. There's one over there, and there's one hiding over here, behind here. I don't want to accidentally pull. There's more fruit hiding in the corner, yeah. This is not someplace I would love to find myself. At all. Alright, now I can see the other one. These Morbols are buddy. They're like, hey bro, see that guy over there? Oh yeah, I'm totally gonna rip my stinky breath in his face. Oh, it's gonna be so awesome. I know, you shouldn't have ate those tacos for lunch. Oh, I know. Extra onions? Oh, I should not have done that. So anyway, how's your children? They're doing good. You know, it's gonna take a little while before they grow up. You know how it is, you know. Can't grow an entire forest in a day. Yeah, I know how it feels, bro. Alright, I'm sorry. I am just talking out my butt right now. Don't mind me. I don't want this to turn into Pokemon Gold again. That whole game just became a joke and ended up as this really bad fan fiction. Alright. So we got one more pull before the boss. Unfortunately. Why did I just do that? I meant to just unclick. Yeah. Just one more. One more. You can see the line of the boss door locked. So close. Hooray! Mission accomplished. As I finish spirit bonding with my scholarly threads. No, 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 no. Not cool. Not cool. So this Miser's Mistress here, despite being a Morgul, really doesn't have... It really isn't that difficult, mainly because you've already gotten practice. With two small exceptions, this is exactly the same as the first boss. Like, exactly. Which makes her kind of lame. The two differences are she does have, obviously, a bad breath attack, and the other happens... Well, I hate when the Clark stance button gets stuck. There is a minor change in the second half of the fight as well. Now, she's got this whole, you know, room-wide AoE thing. The name of the debuff is different, but it's essentially the same thing. You need to use the fruit to get rid of it. And that's really it. It's kind of boring, but... And if you notice, she also has one that, will target an individual player and also give them the debuff. Which complicates things just a tiny bit, but again, no huge deal. And you are loving to go after my summoner today. Now, speaking from experience, oh, he got hit by the attack. Jar. Trying to eat the fruit as a tank can be a pain in the ass. Now, the other difference is now she's got these seeds. And they will spawn, come in to turn into full-blown Morbols if you, on the little seedlings, if you do not kill them quick enough. Which can turn into a problem, but with proper control and Pink Buddy, you need to eat some fruit. It's totally manageable. You just have to have DPS that don't stink. Buddy, eat some fruit, man. You're gonna die. There we go. Okay. Crisis averted. Yeah, as you can see, when you got a lot of stacks on you, that crap hurts. And it hurts a lot. Now, when this first came out, this crap used to actually hurt your pets too, and that caused a huge problem for scholars healing in here. Because a huge chunk of your healing is your stinking fairy, so yeah. But they nerfed that, so that's not as much of a problem anymore. But hooray! We did it! Nice shot of the Dreadworm butt wings there. Nothing good for us. At all. But it's okay. We're gonna get some fancy new threads soon anyway. Hehe. Alright, so that was rather easy. Once you cut out all the trash and everything, it's a relatively short dungeon. Shorter than we've had in a while. Very easy to wipe on that dungeon, but if you know what you're doing and you got a good group, it's really not a bad place. There's a lot of people who still hate it because a lot of people still are kind of terrible at it. And if you get in one of those groups, I really pity you because that's one of the dungeons that probably the definitive dungeon for if you know what you're doing, it's really easy, but if you don't know what you're doing, it is brutal. Absolutely brutal. Again, speaking from experience from the game launch. Although it didn't help at the time that people didn't know how to min-max their classes like the way they do now, either. Hooray! Skip half that dialogue because he didn't say anything interesting. He's just like, congratulations, you're awesome. Hooray! Here's some seals. Okay. So that's going to be it for this episode. In the next one, we're going to return to the main storyline now that we've calmed down just a little bit from that little incident. You know, maybe give us some time to regroup, and maybe we finally had a darn group hug in the meantime. Thank you for watching, friends, and I shall see you later.